Okay, hey guys, I want to go over your triangular prism homework. We should have started these notes in class. You should have most of these examples done already. We started off by discussing how a rectangle and a triangle are related if they have the same base and height. Rectangles are 2 times a triangle, and triangles are half a rectangle, again, if the base and height are equal. Triangular prisms. We talked about 3 rectangular faces being in a triangular prism and 2 triangular bases being in a triangular prism when we flatten them out. And remember, the bases never touch. So in this part, they had to shade in the bases. So those are the triangles here and here, here and here. And then I drew the net here and I broke it down and I separated it. Then we went through this example in class. We wrote down shape 1, which is the rectangle, and shape 2, which is the 2 triangles. These are 3 equivalent rectangles, and then these are 2 equivalent triangles. So the work here is easy. It will not always be like that. For example, this one would actually have 3 different rectangles because this is the right triangle, which usually has 3 different sides. Usually, not always. All right, so then we continued to show work here. I ended up finding the total surface area for this question, even though it asked for lateral area. So I took it a step back and I found my lateral area here, and then I took it a step forward and found my total surface area. For the chocolate candy, this is relative to the Toblerone. I wrote out my net and then I drew what I had. I had 2 rectangles that are the same and 1 that was different. So that's 1, 2, 3 rectangles. And then I have my 1 triangle here. I wrote my base and height, base and height, base and height of each shape. I ended up going down to the bottom to show my actual work. I have 2 rectangles that have a base and a height of 2.6 and 16. I have 2 triangles that have a base and a height of 2.2 and 3. And I have 1 rectangle that has a base of 2.2 and a height of 16. I did the calculations here. This is 16 and 2.2 multiplied. This is 3.3 times 2. I'm sorry, this was the end of it. This is 2.2 times 3 divided by 2. I crossed out that 2.2 and divided it by 2, and I got 1.1 times 3, and then I just went backwards and got 6.6 because there are 2 triangles. Each one is 3.3 in area, square units that is, and then these 2 rectangles ended up being 41.6 for 1 rectangle, and then 2 rectangles is 83.2. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 more example with you, and then I'll jump into actually I'll do 2 more examples, and then I'll jump into the homework. It should be quick. The homework is going to show you how to solve, and you won't get answers on the homework. You will get answers on the examples because this is not going to be graded. So a carpenter is building a unique jewelry box in the shape of a right triangular prism. The base has measurements of 4 inches, 3 inches, and 5 inches. So it's a 3, 4, 5 right triangle for those of you who are in 8th grade and know about the right triangle and Pythagorean theorem. How much wood will it take to complete the project if it is 6 inches tall? Okay, so I've got to draw all of my shapes. So I've got 2 triangles, and these are actually going to be the only ones that are the same. So this is 5, this is 4, and this is 6. So I've got 2 triangles. So I'm going to find this area, base times height, over 2, and then I'm going to multiply by 2. Then I have 3 different rectangles. So if I look at this 1 rectangle here, I'll start with this one. The dimensions are 6 and 4. 6 by 4. Another rectangle here. This one right here. The dimensions are 3 and 6. Hint, hint, 6 has to be on all of them because that's the height. And then this rectangle back here is a 6 by 5. Okay? So I've got to find the area of all 3 of those rectangles and then this triangle, and then I have to double it. Okay? So this is area equals base times height, which is 6 times 5. This one is base times height, which is 3 times 6. And this one is base times height, which is 4 times 6. Okay. All right, and then the triangle is area equals, this is the base and the height. I don't need the 6 for this triangle. 5 times 4 divided by 2. All right, so let's calculate. 4 times 6.
But 40 is here, but 40 is here.
Is 24.
You're in the building and you ride with 40, get to the bus pad.
3 times 6 is 18. 6 times 5 is 30. And then I need 5 times 4, which I can cut this in half. And this will be 5 times 2, which is 10. But I have 2 triangles, so I'm just going backwards anyway. Times 2, which is 20. So I need to add all 4 of these numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 plus 30 plus 18 plus 24. $20 plus 30 is 50. 18 plus 24 is 42. 8 plus 4 is 12, carry the 1, yep. Add those together and I get 92 square inches. Again, that answer, lots of work here, 92 inches squared, okay? Then over here, find the total surface area of the triangular prism. Now this is the same kind of triangular prism because it's got the 3, 4, 5 right triangle, but instead of having a height of 6, this has a height of 9. So these 2 triangles are shape A and shape A because they're in common, and then this is B, C, and D because all 3 of these rectangles are different. Okay, so this side is 5 because when I fold it, this touches that, so this is 5. And then this side is 3 because this touches that. This is 3. And then this side is 4. Okay, so I can also write area as shape A, B, C, and D. I have 2 of shape A, so I need A times 2. That's base times height divided by 2. This is base times height. This is base times height. Oops, lowercase b, because big B comes later. Lowercase base times height. So BH divided by 2, I need the base and the height of my triangle, which is 3 times 4, divided by 2, which is 12, divided by 2, which is 6. Letter B is 5 times this long side. This is a 9. This is a 9. And this is 9. So 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 9. There's not enough room here. C is 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is 36. And D is 3 times 9, which is 27. Okay, so I have 45, 36, 27, and 6, and 6. Boom and bam. So I've got 45 plus 6 plus 6, that's my 2 triangles, plus 36 plus 27. So I have 6 6s here, 7, 8 6s. This is 48, 45 plus 48 plus 27. I'm going to have to write this down, 48, 27. And I will get 7 plus 5 is 12 plus 8 is 20. 4, 8, 12. 120 is my total here. 120 centimeters squared. That is. Okay. Then let's move on to work through or to get you started on the homework. Okay. If you're watching this and want some extra credit. you need to write this down and write the time down that you hear the word that I say. Let's say narwhal is the word. And make sure you put the time now. All right. So for your homework, which will be due by 4:20 or due on 4:20 by 11:59 p.m., you must solve the problems below. Be sure to show your work, and figures are not drawn to scale. Find the total surface area of the net below. Total surface area means I need all faces and bases. Okay. Then I've got these triangles, these rectangles, which are all the same. So this is A, and this is B, B. Shape A is base times height. Shape B has an area, which is base times height. I got to be careful with those letters there because I don't want to confuse you or mess you up. Okay. The base and the height for the rectangle is 3 and 9. You'll have to do that and get an answer, and then you'll have to do it times 3 because you have 3 of them. Then you will add this answer right here to your base and your height divided by 2 for the triangles. The base of the triangle is this line right here, which is the same as this line and this line. So this is 3, 3, and 3. So this is 3 times 2.6 cut in half, but you have 2 of these. So I'm going to work this out, and then I have 3 shape A's plus 2 shape B's. And then I'll get an answer here. So this is shape A, and this is shape B. Then over here, we would have to open this up. So I'm going to draw it separately. I'm going to draw the right triangle, and I'm covering the cheese. Sorry, I'm not reading the question, but I got to hurry up because I got a little bit of time left on my video. So I've got 6.3 and 6 and 2. So I have 2 of these triangles times 2, and then I have 3 different rectangles. So here's one rectangle, here's another, and here's another. All of the heights on the rectangle should be 3.5, or the bases. Okay, so there's a 3.5 by 2, there's a 3.5 by 6, and there's a 3.5 by 6.3. And I'm going to take all of these, and I'm going to find an area here, area here, area here, and 2 of these, and then I'm going to add them together to get the total. Down here, I just want the lateral surface area. So that's just the rectangles. And this rectangle, they are all 10 feet long. 10, 10, 10. Mind you, figures are not drawn to scale, so it might not be exact, but I'm trying to give you the synopsis here. So this is 4, 8, and 9. And we're going to do area equals base times height, area equals base times height, area equals base times height. And then the last one, it says the net of the triangular prism is shown. Find the total surface area here. So this is 5 and 5. So these 2 are the same. This one is different. And then these 2 are different. So C is area equals base times height divided by 2, but I have 2 of those. B is area equals base times height, and I have 1 of those. And A is area equals base times height, and I have 2 of those. My base and my height for A is 5 by 15. My base and my height for B is 4 by 15. And this is 4.6 by 4 divided by 2. Good luck.